When I was kind of growing up, before I can remember, we weren't too religious as a Muslim family. By the time that I was 13 was when I realized I didn't really want much to do with religion or faith. Yes, I wanted to know if God was real or not, but at the same time, I had naturally assumed that he wasn't because science would disprove his existence. After a day at uni, I was driving past and I saw a big sign, and it had the alpha red question mark, and it said, "Bring your questions here." And so knowing that this course was going to be at a church, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna burn the moment I walk through those doors. People are gonna stare at me funny. But when I got there, everyone was so sweet and so nice. I had this preconception that everyone at that table was a Christian. But slowly and surely I found out actually everyone is on this different path. I had all of this head knowledge, and so for a while after I found all of this evidence, I just kind of sat on it. To start proclaiming that I believed in Jesus or that he was real and that I'd become a Christian was too uncomfortable and too challenging for me. And then COVID happened and I lost a lot, and I went through a lot of grief during that period of time. I had at that point stopped actually going to Alpha. By the time that I had reached this emotional turmoil, I remembered those smiles. I ended up calling the helper and I told him what was going on in my life, and he prayed for me and he said, look, I really want to encourage you to pray as well and maybe come to church on Sunday. So I did. I prayed. I was like, God, I think you're real. I mean, I know, like I've looked into it a bit and you're apparently real. And I know that you love me, but I don't feel it right now. And I just want you to come in and really change my life. And I remember the next day, I was just so full of joy. Once it went from the head to the heart, I was done with all of this logic stuff. I wanted to know God. I wanted to know Jesus. I wanted to know the character. And so that Sunday, I actually ended up going to church. And the church service title was Welcome Home. I ended up giving my life to him that day. And it's been a journey, but it's been a really good one. What I've come to find out through my journey with God and my journey with science as a scientist is that they both actually complement each other. Some of our early scientists were the biggest Christians, and they found that there was God in science. So whenever I'm looking into science, I think I'm looking at God's design.